Toni, and this is your daily tarot reading. Today we're going to start off by looking at the Moonology Messages Oracle and see what messages we have for you today. So welcome back to my table. If you are a returning viewer, and if you are new here, howdy, welcome. I hope you'll stick around. So let's see what messages we have for you today. Wow, those came flat out fast. All three even, nice. So up first we have focus, okay. The second one we have communicate. And the third one we have face your fears. So this is kind of a theme I've been seeing this week as I've been doing the readings. There are a lot of you who are finally ready to focus on facing your fears, who are really ready to take your focus and look right at your fears. Because here's the thing, when we look our fears right in the eye, very often we take the power from them. Very often when we walk right up to the lion didn't expect it. I mean, listen, I'm not saying you should go walking up to a lion. Don't do that. Don't do that, okay? This is just a metaphor. Don't really walk up to a lion. Please don't do that. Please, thank you. I don't need nobody writing to me going, my son was watching your show and he went up to a lion and that lion ate him. That's your fault. No, it's not. I didn't say that. So anyway, but look, when you walk up to the lion isn't so scary anymore, okay? It's just that fear of what the anticipation of what it could be is often much worse than our actual reality of what happens. And so it is time for us to focus on facing our fears, but also to speak up and to name it and claim it. Some of you definitely have not spoken up that this is what my fear is. This is what the actual problem is. And so we can't solve problems that we don't acknowledge, all right? And some of us don't even know what the problem is. You know, like I was not even aware of what some of my fears were until I started doing some deeper digging, some deeper diving, and acknowledging this is what the problem is. And so that is what it is for some of you. It's time for some of you to really start digging, to peel back. You see there's that full moon. The full moon represents shining a light on the unseen, right? So it's time for some of you to start digging, to start focusing on peeling back, to figuring out what those fears are so that we can name it, claim it, and release it. All right, so let's see what the tarot has to say today. We are going to look at the Chrysalis Tarot. All right, angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides, what do whoever is watching, what is it they most need to know, and what is coming their way? What can you tell me? For whoever is watching, what messages do we have? All right, we're going to begin with the past. And we start off with the Eight of Swords. All right, so you definitely are ready to stop holding back and start maybe, you know, going forward, looking towards something, maybe getting out of your own way with your fear. We have Empress is in reverse. And I don't know why my camera has been so blurry for some reason. I am so sorry. I've been trying to hold these cards up and they're just not showing very well. We have the Two of Cups in reverse and we have the Four of Swords. Okay, so yeah, there is some of you, okay, for sure. It is time to heal. It is time to heal and to be able to speak, to name, to claim, to own what these fears are. There is, it really looks like you are ready to get out of your own way and to begin the process of healing. Eight of Swords is in reverse, Four of Swords. Let me see if I can get that to focus. Goodness gracious. Why is it like that? Let me see if I push this button right here. What happens? What happens if I go like this? Does that focus? Not really. Oh, almost. There we go. There we go. The Eight of Swords and the Four of Swords. And so it's time for some of you, you're ready. You're ready to heal. And even if you're not sure what the fear is, some of you don't realize, you know, maybe you have a fear of success, a fear of being seen, a fear of communication, a fear of love, a fear of relationships, a fear of commitment. You don't always know what your fears are, okay? But it is time to look at them because I think that you've been getting in your own way and you're ready to get the heck out of your own way. You're ready to do the work, as we say, and to understand where is this disconnect, because whatever this fear is, it has been keeping you from creating the life that you want to really have this. It feels like also it could be that some of your fears are directly impacting your relationships. Specifically, it could be with your mother, or a wife, or a girlfriend, or a best female friend. But there is definitely some impact on your relationships as well because of your fears, okay? Your fears are holding you back with these relationships. And so you're ready to heal them. You're ready to name it and claim it, own it, and get it out of here, okay? So that is what's been happening in the past. The past energy here is, it's just like, there's just been a lot of stagnation. It feels like a lot of lack of creativity, a lot of impact on relationships, and it feels like in the recent past you're becoming aware of it. You're starting to become aware of what that. Now here we are in the present. Look what we have: 10 of Cups and 10 of Wands. Look at that. That is such a crazy combination to start off with. So yeah, you are ready to lay down these fears and to work on improving these relationships. Knight of Cups. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. 10 of Cups, 10 of Wands, 9 of Cups. So we're moving from this energy of holding ourselves back, of not being able to create, to express, to be in our, not just our full self-expression, but to have healthy relationships, to be able to, because you can't have the healthy relationship with someone else when you're not having a healthy relationship with yourself. And if you have fears that are limiting you, that are blocking you, that are keeping you standing still, and not able to keep, not able to progress forward, then you're not having a healthy relationship with yourself. And so if you're not having a healthy relationship with yourself, you're certainly not having a healthy relationship with other people. That is what's showing in the past, but you are ready. You are ready to have something that feels good and healthy and balanced and just delicious. There's just this energy of moving from of almost rejecting or pushing back relationships, or purposely maybe even self-sabotaging relationships, to coming at them with your arms wide open, ready to receive love, happy, healthy relationships. And so you're ready to lay down these fears. This is the timing card here, the 10 of Wands. And so we're talking about in the next 10 days. So sometime in the next week and a half, this has definitely been, we got, if you're watching this when I post this, the time I post this in late March, next week we have the first eclipse of the season, and so that could be how this is impacting you, because we have the Knight of Cups. This is incoming energy. This is something you really want. You are really ready to go bravely and boldly and look at and focus on your fears so that you can communicate them. You can speak to them. You can, whether this is going to therapy, whether this is talking to someone you love, whether this is journaling, meditating, and reflection, whatever this is, there is just something about really going backwards, naming it and claiming it and owning it, so that you can finally not just release it and let it go, but there's something, there's power to some degree. There's power when we realize this fear is the thing. This is the thing that I've been holding on to. This is my block. This is where my limit is. I see it now. Now I can work with it. Sometimes we don't know what's holding us back. Sometimes we don't know what we're afraid of or why we're blocked. What the heck is this? Like, I feel like I'm ready. Why am I not moving forward? We don't see the fear that is limiting us and blocking us. And so this is your opportunity to finally see it, own it, name it, claim it, and release it, so that you can get this beautiful, these two 10s here. This is 10-10, which I just love for you. 10-10, the end of the cycle, the beginning of something new, letting go of what wasn't working and regrouping and beginning again. 1 and 0. 1 is new beginning. You standing there with the full potential, and 0, this is divine timing. Okay, so you are standing there at the peak perfection moment of divine timing. It is time for you to lean into what is holding me back. I'm ready to be brave, be bold, and go at it, and give myself all the love that I need to heal this and to be able to march forward. All right, so moving into the future, what do we got coming? I'm really excited for this, because this is definitely the energy of not just doing the work, but like really being authentic, really owning who you are and saying, these are where my limits are, and I am now ready to face them head on. That is so brave, and I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. All right, going into the future, we have Hierophant in reverse. There's Taurus. Oh, sitting right next to the Fool. Wow, wow, wow. Aquarius and Taurus showing up here with Hierophant and the Fool. And then we end with the Lovers. Wow. That is Gemini. The underlying energy is strength. There's Leo. The 3 of Pentacles is in reverse. The Ace of Pentacles. The 2 of Wands is in reverse. The 5 of Wands. And the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. I'm not going to leave it there. The 6 of Wands is in reverse. and the Ace of Cups. All right, we'll stop right there. So you are definitely drawing on, it feels like an inner wellspring here. It feels like there's just some kind of inner strength that you are really coming at. You're looking at what hasn't worked, okay? And what isn't working in your world, and really having the courage, having the bravery to say, hey, I don't like the direction I'm going. I don't like the direction we're going. I don't like the way this makes me feel or any of that. And so I'm ready to turn around, to do an about face, and to maybe try something new, to really, invest in myself, the Ace of Pentacles. I'm looking at these struggles that I have, and I realize they don't work, okay? I'm really finally ready to see where these struggles, how they're impacting my bottom line, me financially, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, what is not working for me, and I'm ready to let those, look at these not as failures, but as opportunities to learn. Okay, these were not, I didn't fail. Instead, I gained something even greater. This is incredible. You have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups sitting underneath you on the underlying energy, which is what is supporting you, okay? This is new opportunities, new love, new opportunities for abundance, prosperity coming in, new beginnings, new love, new relationships, new opportunities are coming in, because you're finally being brave enough to say, hey, what I've been doing ain't working for me. Wait, that's supposed to be in reverse. There we go. Hey, what I'm doing is not working for me, and I'm ready just to correct course. And the thing is that it definitely shows that this is, even when you choose to face your fears and deal with them, it doesn't say this is always going to be easy. The struggle is real, okay? There's going to be times when you're like, okay, I'm past that fear, and boom, it's just going to show right back up in your face. I'll take myself for example. I have a very severe PTSD incident involving storms. I was involved in a natural disaster, a typhoon, and so for a long time I had a hard time just even hearing thunder and rain. And then I did a lot of work and a lot of therapy and just medicine journeys and all sorts of incredible work, as we say. I faced my fears and I focused on healing them, and I did. And then for a long, long, long time, rain and storms and none of that bothered me. And then just very recently, just like maybe even not even a month ago, a friend of mine posted a storm that she was actually in at the time it was happening. And just hearing the sound of that wind just went right back to it. So I was like, okay, there's something there that's not healed. Let's focus on this and let's communicate. First of all, I'm communicating there's something here that's not healed, but what is the lesson? Now let me focus on finding that lesson. And that is where you're at, okay? You're at this point where you may take 2 steps forward, 1 step back, but regardless, you're still making progress in the direction of healing, okay? Because here we are, Hierophant and the Fool, both in reverse, okay? The Hierophant is really that connection to the higher self. The Fool is, just like not holding yourself back, not being afraid, just kind of diving head first. And then there's the Lovers. And I have another note I want to make here. I'm going to point out here in just a second. But there's this energy of you not being afraid anymore to just kind of dive head first, to really love yourself, to really pour into yourself, to really invest into yourself, to understand where you have been holding yourself back. Where is the disconnect? Where are you intentionally or unintentionally causing blocks and limits for yourself? This is you finally taking kind of like a leap of faith towards healing yourself, towards loving yourself, towards pouring into yourself and investing in yourself. And if you are willing to do that, if you are willing to put yourself and your needs and invest in yourself and focus on healing right now, whatever that means for you, whether this is journaling, whether this is going to therapy, whether this is, getting a tarot reading, whether this is going on a medicine journey or whatever it is, cutting off toxic relationships, getting healthy again, eating, whatever it is, that effort that you're going to make is going to come back to you in dividends, okay? This is not just a small investment you are making in yourself. I'm sorry, I just hit my elbow and that really hurt. It's not a funny bone. I don't know why they call it that. I mean, I know it's the humorous bone, but come on. We could give it a better name than that. There we go. That's better. But there is just this energy of as you invest in yourself, the rewards, the benefits are going to be just coming out in spades here. Also, I do want to point out something I see here, past, present, future. In the past, we have the Two of Cups. These, if you'll notice, this is the Lovers, okay? And you'll notice that they are both in reverse in the past. So there's just this energy of not just having a disconnect in relationships, whether it's love or relationships with friends and family, but also to self. There's this disconnect of loving yourself, of not putting your own needs and not understanding even what your needs are, okay? So then we come into the present card that's past. Now we got the Ten of Cups. Here they are again. There's the Lovers again. But you see this time they're right side up and they're really planting roots. They're really establishing roots and really growing those family branches and trees and you know, growing long arms and branches full of fruit, you know, and kind of bearing fruit for the future. And so this is that's the energy of you moving from two of you and your higher self, of working together, but not, this is the disconnect. Like I said, this is you disconnected from your higher self, to the 10. The 10 is the end of the cycle, the beginning of something new, the new potential opportunity. This is you truly learning what it means to love yourself through healing, through forgiveness, through facing your fears and saying, you know what, my fears are not who I am. I'm willing to let them go and go bravely into the discovery of finding out who I really am and learning to love yourself. Because see, we have the Lovers with the Two of Cups, we have the Lovers with the Ten of Cups, and then in the future, what do we actually end with? The Lovers. So you move from the Two of Cups in reverse to the Ten of Cups in the present, which is like taking back your power, to the full self-expression of authenticity of who you are as the Lovers. This is, you know, the divine masculine, divine feminine, the ego and the intuition, the really leaning into the full self-expression. And when we say being authentic and your full self-expression, it means not being afraid of what other people are going to think, because at the end of the day, other people's opinion of you is none of your business, okay? It's just saying what needs to be said, speaking your truth, and not being ashamed of who you are or afraid of what other people think, and just showing up in the way that you know, the best way that you know how to be, without holding yourself back, without putting on a mask, without any of that. This is just you being you, okay? And so, and loving yourself and loving the hell out of yourself, okay? Because that's what this is. So you move from the Lovers in reverse to the Lovers growing, you know, that family tree and really putting down roots, to the full Lovers standing there side by side in their full self-expression and authenticity and willing to be vulnerable and communicate and just they focus on each other. They're willing to communicate, be vulnerable, and focus on facing their fears together. That's where you're going, okay? So this was an amazing reading. I feel like this has just been a week where there's just been a lot of you stepping into your truth and finally saying, you know what, I've bit my tongue too long. I haven't said this for too long. It's time. So congratulations. I am so proud of you. All right. If you enjoy this, please be sure to give me a like, comment, or share it with someone who might find helpful. And please to come on back. I would love to see you again. And until I do, you take care of yourself. Love you.